Hey guys, do you remember the first time a girl was ever interested in you? To me, that happened when I was around 18 years old. Consider that was the first time a girl was ever seemed to be interested in me. I was super excited. That was like the biggest moment for me in my life, one of the most happiest moments. Just to give you a little bit more context, until that time, uh, I've studied in mostly villages and small towns. So my English was not that great back in India. And your English depends on the kind of school you go to. The more money you have, the better the school you go to, and so your English is better. And since my dad did not make a lot of money, uh, I was sent to not so great schools, so my English was not as good. After that incident happened, I was excited and I wanted to tell everybody how awesome I was that because a girl has spoken to me ever. So I was telling everybody, and this one day I went to a party where people whom at that time I considered as high class have all attended it. I considered myself a low class because I did not speak good English. Everyone else did. So I told them, yesterday a girl was hitting me. When I said that, everyone started laughing. And I didn't understand why. Later I realized that I should be saying hitting on me instead of hitting me. That was the not the first time I was laughed at. I was laughed at many occasions because of the way I spoken English, because of the way I pronounced, because of the context in which I used certain words. That destroyed my self-confidence throughout my entire life. And it has impacted pretty much all areas of my life. When it comes to making friends, especially people who just spoke English, because I wouldn't be confident in speaking to them because I was afraid they were going to laugh at me and make fun of me. As I moved into my professional career, I wouldn't be able to confidently crack the interviews because I was afraid the interviewer would not understand my English. Similarly, when it comes to meetings when I was working as an engineer, I wouldn't be have the confidence to speak up because I was afraid I'm going to say the wrong thing and people are going to laugh at me. This was how I lived pretty much close to 30 years of my life, not being expressive, not saying what I want to say. So, in this video, we're going to demystify some of these class based discrimination that we have around spoken English. How true is that? If you speak good English, that you are a higher class, you'd consider a better person. And almost in the society that we come from, if you speak good English, you put that person on a pedestal and worship like a god. Whereas if someone doesn't speak so good English, hello, how are you? I'm Aditya from India. We almost look at the person as if it doesn't matter. Where does that come from? We're going to unlock all of these things in today's video. To understand the popularity of the English language and the obsession with it among people, we need to understand a little bit about the history of the English language. Where did it all start from? Started with the British government, which was originally the only small place which was speaking English. And these guys started occupying countries all over the world. At its peak, it was they were occupying almost 25% of the entire planet. So the British government had its reach pretty much every corner of the planet. At that time, they were teaching the locals English language so they can communicate with the locals. And so English became popular. The second big thing that happened is when the British government has occupied America. America in the 1900s became one of the largest economies, pretty much controlling the entire world. And that's when the popularity of English became even more. because the richest people in the world are living in America. Its popularity grew with technology. All the biggest technology companies like Microsoft, Apple, Google, they were all built and born in America. And so if you want a great job, work for an American company. And these American companies are also establishing its bases in pretty much every other company, like in India. They had American companies have their presence pretty much all over India. And so if you want to get a good job, you gotta speak good English. And that's where the popularity of English really grew. Let us say, for argument's sake, we say that instead of the British government occupying America or different parts of the planet, let's say it is the Indian government, which had a lot of power and has occupied different parts of the planet. Then maybe Hindi could be the most popular language in the world. It could be Chinese, it could be Russian, it could be something else, right? All of these languages could have the potential to be the popular languages, but based on how things have worked in the past, America becoming the popular country, one of the biggest economies, and then British government occupying all the different parts of the world, English, by chance, has rose to prominence. Let's just say for fun, Telugu, which is the language spoken in Andhra Pradesh, southern part of India, where I come from, and is my mother tongue, becomes one of the most popular languages in the world because of the historical events that have happened in the past. In that case, everyone is crazy to learn Telugu. If that were to happen, maybe the official, cleanest way of speaking Telugu would be something like Ela Unnaru. Maybe someone who's from a Rayalaseema or somewhere else might have a little accent, right? Which is probably okay. And then an American tries to speak Telugu, and he would say the same sentence as Ela Unnaru. Does that sound funny? Hell yeah, it does sound funny. Is that because an American is a low class person and that Telugu speaking is a high class person? Absolutely not. He can't ever speak Telugu very well because those are not the sounds he has trained with. He was trained, his training was a different set of sounds. So, in order to be able to pronounce it in a Telugu in a clean way, he has to learn a different set of sounds. So, he can be easily understood and also can easily understand what's being said. And if you understand that, that is the truth. The truth is just because someone speaks better English or a standard English so well, it doesn't make them a high class person. It doesn't. You don't have. We don't have to put them on a pedestal. At the same time, if someone has thick accent, there is no reason to treat them as something less. I know how it feels because that's how I always was made to feel. That's how I always felt growing up as a kid and also as an adult working in corporate America. With that said, the fact that the historical events that have happened in the past led to English becoming the most popular language in the world, we can't deny that you will have better chances of success in your career if you speak better English, more standardized English. We can't deny the fact that you can develop closer relationships, not only people from our own community, our own state, our own country, but diverse relationships from every parts of the world to experience more fulfillment, more learning. It is inevitable that we speak standard English so we can cultivate all those relationships all across the world. We can't deny the importance of English in creating personal growth and personal fulfillment. So for that reason, I'm partnering with a 35 years experience pronunciation coach to help you teach a global way of speaking and hearing English. In this course, you will be learning the specific sounds that we are never used to hearing or speaking. And once you hear these sounds, you will never have problem again to understand the English movies entirely, to understand the Americans spoken American English entirely, to be able to watch videos without any subtitles. Not only that, you can also speak English with confidence so that people don't have to ask you, can you say that again? And avoid those questions all at once. In addition to the pronunciation, there is another component that we'll be offering in this course, which is the words and phrases. As much as the pronunciation is important, there are certain words and phrases we have never said before. And if you never said them before or you never heard them before, there's no way you can understand when the person is speaking them for the first time, right? So you don't understand the context that people are saying it. So instead of being in that awkward position and having to ask them every single time, I have identified all the words and phrases that we Indians have trouble understanding because we never, like I said, we never used them before. It is summarized into a small list so that once you learn this list, it's going to be, you're going to hear them again and again. And so you don't have to refer to them, same words and phrases. Once you get through this list, you can pretty much understand every word and phrase that is spoken in standard American English, whether it's from your colleague, boss, or movie that you're watching. Look forward to that course. I'll be posting the updates on this course very soon. Thank you.